Well, good afternoon, everybody. It's Caroline Stevens seeking the truth, and we've got part 7 with Eric Heaps in our East Midlands studio. And we finished by talking about the Ark of the Covenant. And Eric, take it away, please, because you're going to explain to me, and you might have to do some drawings as well. And if we can sort of show the drawings to the people.
The Ark of the Covenant is it's actually the Ark to the Covenant.
Is this not biblical?
Yeah, it's biblical. The Covenant is the rock what Isaac put his head on and carried with him, the stone of destiny. That is the Ark of
When
the
you
Covenant.
say Isaac,
the son of, I believe, Abraham. Is it the son of Abraham?
right?
Yeah, I'm not into Bible stuff really, to be honest, except for looking this up. But if you also go to Egyptians and you win Egyptian pyramids, you'll see codes like that. That there is codes which produce music, notes to colours, and also to letters. Now, if you imagine when you say A, B, C, D, E, F, G, you've got A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I, J, K, L, M, N, O, and so on, as you go down in pitch. So they did it not in pitch, they did it in FFF, which was very, very loud, MFF, which is medium loud, and blah, blah, blah. So when you understand that the Ark of the Covenant, it is so important to people, especially when you go onto your penal gland, and you mention your penal gland. That's when it becomes most apparent. And to prove that they've been sort of taking mick at you for years, I've done a few.
So we've been living a lie for so many years.
We've not been living a lie. They've been literally controlling you and lying to you and getting you to do whatever you want.
Because they've got control of the media, pharmaceutical industry.
It's not just that. They know what the Ark of the Covenant is. The stonemasons are the ones who actually got rid of your last coming of the Lord, so they could take over using the Ark of the Covenant. That is why they're called Masonic Masons, and why they always use limestone, because that is the same stone as what the Stone of Destiny is.
Now, could you explain what the Stone of Destiny is?
The Stone of Destiny is where Isaac first got his first message from God. It's believed to be a pathway between human and God. The Stone of Destiny is supposed to be the only true revelation of the Messiah coming, the Son of God or the Son of Abraham, or whichever way you want to put it. Because when that person touches the Stone of Destiny, the whole world will hear a sound from that stone at once, because only the Messiah can do that. Because the rockets made crystals and they work a different way. So that is why it was in limestone, and that is why when you look at all your Masonic buildings and all your government buildings, they are all made at the same stone. And here's to prove that they've been taking mick at you for years. Roman candle. You turn it upside down. Now you've got your pineal gland. Your pineal gland in your head, your spinal column, your leg, and your middle piece, which is your reproductive organ. Your reproductive organ doesn't only reproduce to produce kids. It reproduces all them cells in your body to regenerate your body. That is why it's called the reproductive organ, not just for having sex and having kids. It reproduces every single cell in your body. In your pineal gland, it takes the blood, it spins it, just like it does in a laboratory. It then purifies the blood, so you've got no rubbish in your blood, and you have only got certain metals and certain minerals in your blood. Then it's sent down your spinal cord to your penis gland. Positive, negative. You always tell a positive or you're negative. So then it is copied, charged up, and sent back up your body. And that's basically how it works. The women are different. That's got one rib more than us, because the Ark of the Covenant, obviously, we've got ribs around here, which are your nucleus. So when men breathe in and that blood gets shoved around the ribs, so inside of the ribs, we've got one rib less, so we produce a different frequency. When you add an extra rib, you add an extra tone. So that is why you've got, on women, you've got positive, negative, positive. On a man, you've got positive and negative. That's it. Because the rib don't produce that extra sound. That's why you've got one rib less. Well, men have got one rib less than others. And that's basically on basic explanation here. I've got a better picture somewhere. Pineal gland. But your pineal gland isn't also your pineal gland. It is also.
Are we talking about the top of the head?
Yeah, it is also your full central nerve system, which regrows. Your body regrows every 7 years. You grow an entire new body every 7 years by the simple fact taking power in through your head, pineal, going down through your reproductive organs, and producing new cells to come back up to your body. That is how it works.
You mentioned 7 year. Is there a link between that and the maritime law? Every 7 years.
Well, apparently, according to I think it was Benjamin, the youngest, what got sold off to one of the sons of Abraham, but got sold to Egyptians, and he forecast 7 years harvest and 7 years of tribulations, which were bad harvest. So the first pyramid, what were built in stages, and not a perfect pyramid, were built as a grain silo for the Egyptians to save up grain. They say 5% of grain. The reason they said the 5% of grain was for the 7 bad years. Now, what happened there is on the 7th bad year, they started selling the grain, which made them very wealthy. Then the king of Egypt actually gave his daughter to the son Benjamin, and that is why us in Britain have got more Egyptian DNA in his body than Egyptians, because then they had to flee from here to there, because that's when his family found out who he were and went after him, and that was your Moses, your Dead Sea crossing and all that. That's what that is. But going back to your pineal gland, when I find it. Going back to your pineal gland, just a better picture of your pineal gland. We've all got reptilian in us. That's your reptilian sunspot. All animals and all lizards, if you put your thumb or that dead in a certain spot, it goes to sleep because it can't power up. It thinks it's night time. So we take its power in through his head, which helps power his pineal gland up, sent down his body, through his nucleus into his reproductive organs, then back from his reproductive organs, back up to the brain and distributed where it needs to go, that cell. And that is how it works. That is simple basics how it works. Now, first how they stop you from making power is every power supply got to have an earth. So what they do, they give you a pair of trainers with rubber soles on, so you can't connect to earth, so you can't even power yourself up if you wanted to. Then they take all the minerals and all the goodness out the food, so you cannot get that electrical charge from a positive, which is going down your spine, from the nucleus when you're breathing and in and out. And that's basically what happens. They cut this off, they're cutting your sun out so you can't get your vitamin D. They're cutting the music out so you don't get the D through sound, which what we were talking about earlier. Your D minus is the same effect as the sun. So not only can't you charge yourself up with the sun, you can't charge yourself up with either. And when you go to use your eyes, you can't charge yourself up with your eyes because they're pre-programming you through LEDs, which is why certain countries want to get rid of LEDs. Now, from that chart I have done on Egypt, you've got 5 bars in music. Your middle bar, your upper bar, lower bar, lower bar. Positive, 0, negative, positive, negative, positive, negative, minus, plus. So that is your status bar. On that bar, you'll see your colours and your letters. Your letters all come down as your A, B, C, D and back up again. So when you were writing, and this is where witchery and wizardry comes in, when you were writing spells and how you make people feel hurt or happy, simple thing is your letters. By putting a string of letters together, you can make either people feel happy or good, and depending on the pitch. But what these have also worked out is you can do it with colours, LEDs. Now, if you've got a remote control at home and you put that remote control to your face and you press that button, you can't see any colour on your light. You put it in front of your phone and you will see what colour light that is passing out, emitting light, which is 5G. That's why they're all LEDs. And why they trying to get rid of all your LEDs, all your normal light bulbs in your house and give you LED light bulbs, because electricity is also a frequency. So they can program you through your light fittings in your house because it carries a frequency. Now, your three main frequencies, your three main colours are green, red, and blue. You can make any colour by them. So the green, red, and blue chart is exactly the same as a letter chart, just done in different colours. Now, all the colour is a frequency at a higher impact. So, say for instance, for me, like your A is 30 hertz. Your blue might be 3,000 hertz or 30,000 hertz. You see what I'm saying? It's just interpreted a different way. In how you pick signals up and how you learn is A, you've got BIOS. Yeah, you heard me right, BIOS. And B, you've got binary. That is why computers are made with a specific code to react and be exactly the same as a human being. Exact. So that is how they can start then market-based chipping and all this lot. We were on about chips.
We were talking about chipping. You
What
were
a lot of
saying 10
people-
years ago, weren't
What a
you?
lot of people don't realise is how these chips in your arms work for lasses. What won't stop getting pregnant? They put this chip in your arm. What that does is that gives a constant frequency from your main blood vessel, from your lungs, your heart, when you're taking oxygen. That cuts out a certain frequency, which stops your reproductive organs working.
So this has been going 10 years.
10
then?
years, I think. Has
this been on the NHS?
Yeah. They're bringing people rods in arm for years. Everybody gets rods in arm or injections. Basically, what it's doing is stopping your body's reproduction glands working and producing not only reproductive for your children, but also your reproductive. And then you wonder why you're getting dumb and dumbing down. Simple fact is, they have got the Ark of the Covenant. They've got it all worked out, and there's no difference between the Ark of the Covenant and our TV channel and our TV program. It is sent through airwaves. If you put your video your TV, and when your TV is in black and white, and you will see a code coming through your television, what you can't see. It's called programming. Subliminal messages. We all know that subliminal messages are coming through TV. Well, there's your subliminal messages. That is what they are. Your subliminal messages are literally the Ark of the Covenant. And they are using this against you without you even knowing, because you can't see it. The Ark of the Covenant, the Ark of the Covenant frequencies was all learnt before World War II. World War II was just an MK Ultra test to find out what effects and what different parts of the body worked, to be honest. So when you go see your telly and you wonder why your telly were invented after the war, well, why do you think your telly were invented after the war? What do you think your war at Worlds was? Your war at Worlds was your first actual radio broadcast what scared all the nation into a mass panic, and it was done on purpose to see what the effects was and what the effects it would have on the general population.
So you don't mean the program's World at War?
No,
War of the Worlds.
War of the Worlds. It was broadcast in 19 whatever, and it caused a panic throughout UK. And it was put there on purpose, and people literally calling the police to find out if the world was getting invaded. And it was all done to find out what effects radio frequencies had on people, what the impact it were. After then the TVs came out, then all your shows came, your soaps all came out, and they're all done on a certain way to program you or to dumb you down. When you were sat there in front of your soap and you're coming from where you sit there and you've got your soap and your mind is not all about that soap. It's not the soap you are interested in. It is what is going on behind that screen that you cannot see. That is the addiction. Same as they're using the same addiction as what bandits are. People who are addicted to bandits, people who are addicted to bandits, one-armed bandits, aren't necessarily gamblers. They are addicted to the lies. People who are addicted to computers and games, they are not addicted to the computer game, they are addicted to the lies. Do you see what I'm saying? Wow. It's called the magpie effect.
Well, that's interesting, because obviously we've got a huge problem in the UK now with these one-armed bandits. You know, in shops.
But the in terms of with bandits, you've got kids what just sat there 24/7 in bedroom, they come out of bedroom, losing temper, or what they're getting pre-programmed through the video games. Video games are the worst pre-programmed. I mean, yeah, because although the kids are seeing what's on the screen, the reason they're getting angry is because what is getting sent down through internet on live games from behind the screen, what you cannot see unless you put a camera to that and video it. Then you can see the messages. And only then, when you put it against that chart, you can decode the messages.
So it's making our children pretty angry kids.
Yeah, yeah. But it's also making them to believe certain things. And that is why they don't care. They're being programmed. It's like if here's an example. If I wanted to program you and tell you that you're an arsehole, basically, that name, RSOLE. Simple fact. You can't see it, but they're there. You see what I'm saying? It's LEDs. And that is why, if you look at Trump is the only person in the world what is trying to stop and put a complete ban on LEDs. Because they are more powerful than a nuclear weapon.
Wow.
If you can program every single person in this world through light, what they cannot see, i.e. infrared, then you are more powerful than a nuclear weapon. See what I'm saying?
Mm.
And that is the impact. And people don't understand the impact of the 5G. The reason people,
5G.
the reason trees are dying isn't because it's killing the tree. It's because it's altering its original program. The infrared signal is altering the original program. So it's learning the tree to survive a different way than what it's used to when it can't do it. You see what I'm saying?
Mm.
And that is basically how it works. And people do not understand the consequences of 5G. But it's not just 5G. 5G is only where they can put it out in the streets. If you look at China, Japan, where they've got all these LEDs all over, you watch these people, they walk around like zombies. They do not talk to each other. They do not listen to it. They just in a world of their own. I mean, and it's that programmed that the people are being told they can only have one child. So when they have 2 or 3 children, they just literally throw them onto the streets. If you're not programmed, how can you physically do that to a child? To a newborn child, what is defense? How can you throw that on the street unless you are pre-programmed with these lights? That is the effect on these lights, and people do not understand it. It alters.
Wow.
And if you go back to World War II, an Enigma machine was built on the same principle, binary code. The people who produced the binary code, they all killed them, the people who broke it. Why do you think Microsoft made Apple bankrupt? So that they could then buy it, so they was the sole owners of binary code and BIOS.
Monopoly.
Binary code, BIOS, binary code. Simple fact. BIOS, binary code. That is why you are so addicted to computers, because it's so close to home. It's been done in a way that this Elon Musk can now put a chip in your head that works with your own binary and your BIOS, because it's been set up on purpose. You see what I'm saying?
Well, there's no doubt about it. I mean, a lot of people on Facebook, I guess we find it addictive.
Yeah, it is very addictive, because your body is wanting to understand this binary code. You are addicted to binary code, because binary code is all basis of life. It forms all basis of all life. What your binary code, what it basically does, binary code takes either colour or a letter or a pitch, a sound, and that binary code, your body interprets that binary code, whether it be vision, whether it be sound. So when your body learns a certain binary code and they're trying to reprogram a different one, that's when you get your clashes. That's why you fall left, you fall right. People believe this, people believe that. Because
we're being messed around.
Yeah, you are literally getting messed around. And when they hide all your information and all your DNA and all your ancient past, you're left with nowhere. It's like an orphan coming to your house and expect them to fit in. They're not going to. They're going to kick off and go. It's not natural. It's not normal.
Eric, you're a star. Thank you so much for coming to the studios today.
I hope you enjoyed it.
That's all. I hope you've got a large repertoire of information.
All I say is if I save one person, if I wake one person, it's been worth it.
Well, we hope we're going to wake a few more.
And I'd just like to say, I'm not here for money. I don't do it for money. I ain't got no money. I have a bowl of Polish liver every month because that's all I can afford. I've had every penny stopped. I've got debt collectors coming to house me. I don't ask for money off anybody. I don't want money. I don't want sympathy. All I'm saying to you is, don't follow people who's got money. Follow people who do it for themselves and for you. That is the only time you will find the truth, and that person is doing it on his own back without any influence, that money or political. For my kids, your kids, your kids, your kids, your great grandkids. I'm not here for myself. I'm not going to gain no time. I know that simple fact is that if I do what I'm supposed to do today, that when I come back in 4 generations, which we spoke about, I will get my reward then. I'll not get it in this life. I'll only get it when I come back. And that is by getting your kids to live right and all be happy and all be right. And then you'll understand when you get paid, because you'll come back to a better earth.
That's what I do it for too as well. Thank you. And thanks to everybody at home for watching and listening. Please do share these videos. I'm restricted on Facebook groups, so please pass the message on. We've got to be little beacons. It's like
you'll be even more
relay.
restricted now. You'll be even more restricted now.
Exactly. Well, I get bound weekly bounds, so there we go. So yes, we're just passing. You've got a baton here. This is a baton, and you've got to pass this baton to somebody else.
I mean, people don't have to believe what I say. All I say is go out and check it out. And let me tell you, the worst people I've found in the last 12 months are actually the people who are supposed to be with the far right groups. Because the far left group, when they troll you, you can turn around and say, no, I'm not listening to them. But when your own, who are supposed to be there with you, who also have seen that everything you ever been taught all your life is now crap, how can they come across and say, well, I stand for free speech, but when people like me go out and research, jump on and troll you? Like I say, it's bad enough fighting the far left and the establishment and the parliament. There's no more disheartening than a far right person coming and telling you that you are wrong. Because then you sit there and you start to think, well, hold on, I've even got my own people win again. What is that?
I know, I had that at the weekend. They're always trying to take you down.
We are all here for one reason and one purpose, and that is to make better of the world we are in. And I don't care whether you're far left, far right, Muslim, green, brown, blue, pink, orange. We have all been played, and it's about time that everybody stood and had a think about what's going on and seen what's happening in the world, and just say, we're being played. You're all being played for fools. And it's been this route has been going off for over 2,000 years. 2,000 years, the same now has been going off, and we're still falling for it like idiots. I mean, my dog don't fall for the same trick twice. And we're supposed to be, no, I'm serious. No, we're supposed to be brainier than dogs, but my dog don't fall for the same trick twice. We do.
Yeah, absolutely.
I know he's the one who provides it all. And another thing is, let me ask you this. If you were a far left person, or you were a Muslim, or you were a Christian, whichever religion or whatever you are fighting for, you have seen what this country and what these governments and these people have done to us, these elites. So if they're doing it to their own, what makes you think that you are safe when you got rid of us? You're not. They're only going to do the same to you. If they can't be trusted with us, they can't be trusted with them. There's an old saying that don't bite the hand that feeds you, but don't also trust a dog what's bit you once. That's right.
Wise words. Thanks, Eric, and see you all again soon on Seeking the Truth. Caroline Stevens, please pass the message on. Goodbye for now.
Goodbye. You've got to continue it on that one.
Well, good afternoon, everybody. It's Caroline.